Hello, YouTube. Own Soldier 86, right back at you here. And we're looking at a new program today. This is called Blender. And Blender is going to be a go between program that we're going to need to make our OBJ work from Google SketchUp into the GoldenEye Set It Up editor. And Blender is a free program, it is online. And the version of this I'm using is version 2.79. And I'll have the link in the description in the YouTube for you to be able to go find that version of it. They are on a new build. I believe they're in 2.8. And in fact, they might even be farther along than that. But I found that this older version tends to be a little bit more user-friendly for somebody like me. This program in general is not very user-friendly to begin with, especially for someone totally beginning and not into doing a lot of modeling or texturing or things of artistic nature on the computer as myself. So if you are one of those people like me, this should be the default program that you should go for. Some of you are going to be skilled and might have used Blender in the past. If that is the case, then you can actually create all of your level inside Blender instead of going through the Google SketchUp route. I find that Google SketchUp is much more user-friendly for someone like me, but if you are skilled at using Blender, you could be making your levels 100% in Blender and then exporting that OBJ to the format that we're going to need to load into the GoldenEye Set It Up editor. So when you load up Blender for the first time, you get this default screen. And what we have here is we have objects that we don't need. This is a camera, this is a square, or sorry, a cube, and this is a light. We don't need any of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight these. Now, when you come into this program, like I said, not very user-friendly. They give you no instructions. So I'll have to walk through what I'm clicking and what I'm pressing in order for me to complete the actions here, and kind of you can follow along with me as we do this. The first thing we're going to do is highlight different objects by using the right mouse button, not the left. It's kind of interesting. I've never heard of a program that selects something using the right mouse button, but we do that. And we're going to click on these objects. We're going to hold down the delete key, and it's going to ask if we want to delete. Now, you can press enter, or you can click the delete button, either one, but we have to delete these objects because they're going to get in the way when we make our when we import our OBJ from SketchUp. So we're going to go ahead and right click, delete, enter. Right click, delete, enter. Right click, delete, enter. And we have ourselves a clean slate. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, Import, OBJ, and we're going to dig around here. Obviously, your files will be different than mine, but I'm looking for the file where we have the Mystic Cavern level saved, and I can already see that we're in the wrong folder, so we're going to have to do a little digging. SketchUp, Models, Sonic 2, Mystic, OBJ, Import. Okay, now, what a mess. The next thing we're going to have to do is zoom out a little bit. We can use that using the mouse scroll wheel. We can zoom out, and you can see the level just went away. So we need to hit the N key. Brings up a thing here. We're going to look at clip, start at 0, end at, let's just plug in 100,000. This allows us to see the entire level. And we still have just solid geometry here. We want to see the textures. So we go down to this box down here that's got a little circle, and we're going to find the one called texture. There we go. And we can still zoom in and out. By the way, when I'm scrolling around like this, I'm holding down the middle mouse button, and I can move the mouse, and that allows me to scroll around. We can't be, moving the camera itself, but we can at least scroll around the center point of the level. In the next video, we're going to talk about what the next step is after we've loaded our level into Blender.